I am not going to say anything.
Just a second. If you invite me over to your house to watch TV, you better have Sci-Fi Journal on, or I'll throw that TV right out the door, because that's the only program when I'm in Rhode. Sci-Fi Journal, is that the one you want?
Yes, sir.
You better be watching that, because I'll slap your girlfriend, tip your mother over in a wheelchair, because you better watch Sci-Fi, because that's the one I watch, and you better watch it when I come over to your house.
Welcome to another edition of Sci-Fi Journal presented by the Rhode Island Science Fiction Club. This show is for January 2013. My name is Marc Morisseau. Also hosting the show today are Jay Kingston and James Hinsey. Calvin Watts is on vacation or somewhere off in La La Land or whatever, so yeah, hopefully he'll join us. We'll see him during the show. And this is not only Sci-Fi Journal, it's the award-winning Sci-Fi Journal, because in November we won a PEG, Public Access Cable TV Award.
Yep, and it's right here.
Yep, for Best Magazine News Format Show out of all the public access programs.
Yeah, and we also got a little certificate here for Best Edited Segment. We were nominated for that. We didn't win that one.
But we got a nice
certificate of achievement.
Yes, very good, because we've achieved a lot. We've been doing this for 18 years. It's nice to be recognized, right?
Yep,
okay.
Finally.
A lot of stuff for this particular month. Brand new year, guys. Something. And you know what's nice about it, too, is we usually tape a month at a time. So today is not only December 22nd as we tape, but it also means we survived December 21st. We made it!
Yeah.
No apocalypse. Yahoo!
Maybe we should just restart the calendar with number one. Here,
That's
day
it.
one.
And start all over again. So Martins, there you go. Start all over again. But anyway, lots of stuff this particular month. We always begin talking about the wonderful world of movie news with Jay Kingston, something we like to call popcorn previews. Take it away, Jay.
Thank you, Mark.
You're
We've got
welcome.
a pretty full palette this month of films, so let's get right into it. Epic tells the story of good versus evil for a battle of the forest with a human girl caught in the middle of the whole struggle.
I hate when that happens.
Stars the voice talents of Colin Farrell and John Hutchison. This film is not yet rated, but it is set for release in 3D on in May of this year. So let's take a look.
Hello? My dad always told me stories about a hidden world where brave warriors watch over and protect us.
Isn't that cool?
He always said,
just because you haven't seen something doesn't mean it's not there.
What if the storm ends? Dad! And I don't see you. What you are now, never again.
What's going on, baby girl?
Talking snails.
Actually, I'm a slug. No shell over here, baby.
Just for a minute.
Who are you people?
Silver forest sky.
We are the Leafmen, protectors of the forest.
Light you up like a star.
Wow.
I will follow.
My dad was right.
I'm going to destroy the forest, but I'm only going to do it once, so try to pay attention.
Run!
Come on, you're with us now.
had the most messed up dream. There were talking slugs and tiny little soldiers and...
Hello!
Aw, man. Dad! I'm here! Uh-oh. Ozzy? No kisses!
Now that looked really epic.
It did.
It did.
Yeah. It looked like great animation there.
I think there's going to be some costumes coming out of this, too.
Let's hope it's not an epic fail, but we'll see.
No, I think it's going to be
pretty
pretty
good?
well.
All right.
It'll be
Yeah.
good kids film, family film type
Right.
thing. Next, we have Iron Man 3.
Ooh.
Continuing the saga of Tony Stark and the Iron Man project. This time, Robert Downey Jr. and Gwyneth Paltrow and Don Cheadle all reunite when Tony Stark has his private life invaded and destroyed by a terrorist who turns out to be the greatest challenge yet of Iron Man's career.
Yes.
The release date is set for summer. It is not yet rated. Let's roll the footage.
Got a lot of apologies to make. Nothing's been the same since New York. You experience things, and then they're over. I can't sleep. And when I do, I have nightmares. Honestly, there's 100 people who want to kill me. I hope I can protect the one thing I can't live without.
Ladies, children, sheep. Some people call me a terrorist. I consider myself a teacher. Lesson number 1. Heroes. There is no such thing.
Now, who's the terrorist turns out to be the guy with the ring?
Mandarin.
The Mandarin.
Yep.
Mandarin, yeah.
Aren't you glad I asked? Sorry.
Anyway, Jack the Giant Slayer
It's like cut.
stars Nicholas
Yep.
Houlihan,
Boo.
Eleanor Tomlinson. It is a retelling of the classic tale of Jack and the Beanstalk, and yet this one is a little grittier, a little more modernized.
It's already been done once upon a time.
Well, this is quite a bit more epic than Once
Yeah.
Upon a Time.
Right.
And the film is, of course, not yet rated, and the release date is set for March 1st. Let's roll that footage.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. Ask not whence the thunder comes. For between heaven and earth is a perilous place, home to a fearsome giant race who hunger to conquer the mortals below, waiting for the seeds of revenge to grow.
I saw your lies and I'm lost.
What are you doing out in this nasty weather, Your Highness?
These your books?
My father used to read that to me. I like a good adventure.
I'm looking for an adventure of my own.
What? Am I dead?
Not just yet.
The legends are true. Elmont, assemble a team of your best men.
Yes, sire.
Bring back my daughter.
Your Majesty, I want to volunteer. What do you suppose is up there?
I never suppose. I simply prepare for everything.
At last, mankind have returned.
They're uglier than I remember.
Our mission is to find and return the princess.
Tomorrow, you shall return below with me as your new king.
Are you mad?
I'm talking to giants at the moment.
Jack, you're here.
I had this, Jack. I had this.
Are you ready, my brother?
Let's cut a few of them down to size, shall we?
Another way out of here.
You make everything sound so simple.
Simple farm boy.
Not at all.
Who are you?
It's Jack!
Ready? That worked out better than I expected.
Now that looks cool.
Yes, it
That
does.
looks cool. I like the idea of the armies marching and all
I think one of the reasons why these are coming back is because NBC's Grimm has been so successful bringing back all the fairy tales and the different knockoffs. that
Once Upon a Time also.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So those.
And it just goes to show the enduring power of fairy tales.
There you go.
So, next we have Man of Steel. Now, I know we've shown Man of Steel before in a preview, but this is a brand new preview, so I figured it bared repeating.
Oh, yes.
As far as what's going on. This is the latest incarnation of the Legend of Superman, and it stars Henry Cavill as the Man of Steel, Amy Adams, and Michael Shannon. The release date is set for June 14th, and of course it is not yet rated. Let's see that footage.
The world's too big, Mom. Then make it small. Focus on my voice. Pretend it's an island out in the ocean. Can you see it? I see it.
My son was in the bus. He saw what Clark did.
You have to keep this side of yourself a secret.
What was I supposed to do? Just let him die?
Maybe.
I have so many questions. Where do I come from?
You just have to decide what kind of man you want to grow up to be, Clark. Whoever that man is, he's going to change the world.
If the world found out who I really was, they'd reject me. He was convinced that the world wasn't ready. What do you think?
And the Rhode Island Science Fiction Club members will be there in earnest for that opening.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That one looks incredible.
Looks really, really good.
You know,
I have a question though. I mean, he had a beard at one point.
Yeah.
If Superman's skin is impenetrable, how does he shave?
With his eyes.
Does he really?
He burns it off.
He looks
with
in the
his heat
mirror?
vision. Yep.
Ooh, if you miss being leave.
They've addressed that in several episodes of the comic book.
See that? Little known facts that you have no reason to know.
Just going to show how much of a geek I am. Big Superman fan.
Say that, my life is that much better because I know how Superman shaves.
Absolutely.
There we go.
Now, speaking of big spectacular films,
yes,
Pacific Rim.
Oh yeah,
is sure to make all the anime, not anime, but the
Kaiju, giant robot.
Kaiju and giant robo fans are going to be drooling over this one.
And this is almost like the Power Rangers movie that the Power Rangers fans wanted to see, in a way.
Right, right. And this stars Charlie Hunnam, Idris Elba, and, correct me if I'm wrong on this, Riku Kikuchi.
Yeah. Okay. Rinko Kikuchi.
Okay.
Or
and
Kikuchi.
it tells the story of an interdimensional rift that opens in the ocean floor. I hate when that happens. Allowing giant monsters to invade our world. And do we take it lying down? Hell no.
Nope.
No.
The United Nations gets together and produces giant robos to battle the beasties. So let's take a look at that film footage. It is release date is set for mid-July, and of course it is not yet rated. So roll that footage.
Chaos is spreading around the globe. As tall as buildings are desperate. Nobody can tell us where they came from or what they are.
We always thought alien life would come from the stars, but it came from deep beneath the sea, a portal between dimensions in the Pacific Ocean. Something out there had discovered us. They counted on the humans to hide, to give up, to fail.
Initiating launch operations. Gypsy danger.
They never considered our ability to stand, to endure, that we would rise to the challenge.
Pilots ready to connect.
Let's go fishing.
2 pilots engaged in neural bridge. Ready to activate the Jaeger in 3, 2, 1.
Today, at the edge of our hope, at the end of our time, we have chosen to believe in each other. Today we face the monsters that are at our door. Today we are canceling the apocalypse.
So I think Guillermo del Toro really is going to hit it out of the park with this one.
Yeah, I think so too.
You know,
This looks really cool.
Yeah, so much better than Cloverfield even.
Yeah,
you know.
especially that scene with the giant monster smashing the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yes.
Yep.
So, I mean, I know it's been done in several other films, but I don't know, somehow in this one it just looks so much cooler.
Yeah.
So, and last but not least, okay.
Right. Least.
Last but not least.
Leash, okay.
Star Trek Into Darkness. Now, this is not the 9-minute trailer that was released with The Hobbit up at the
IMAX
place, Mall at IMAX. But this is still new footage that we've got, and it stars Chris Pine as Captain Kirk, Zachary Quinto as Mr. Spock. Kirk and the Enterprise face a mastermind bent on destruction. This is the latest release in the Star Trek franchise, and it looks outstanding.
Yes, this has become a nitpicker's delight for all Star Trek fans. You know, they're going frame by frame for this particular.
Yeah, but they're also.
Which I say, get a life, get some popcorn, sit back and enjoy the film.
There you go.
So, release date is set for summer, not yet rated. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
There's greatness in you, but there's not an ounce of humility. You think that you can't make mistakes, but there's gonna come a moment when you realize you're wrong about that. And you're gonna get yourself and everyone under your command killed. Safe. You are not.
This is almost going to be the equivalent of Wrath of Khan for that series of movies. You know, Wrath of Khan was much darker in tone than motion picture. It's going to be like the same thing.
Right, and it was the most popular one of those films. So, and that's all I've got for popcorn previews for the month of January.
Sounds good. Okay, why don't you intro Comic-Con footage?
Well, yeah, let's go back. We've got lots more Comic-Con footage, and all I can say is it's worth seeing. Let's take a look. Okay, I'm here with Chris Tarbashian of the Comic Relief Project. And Chris, why don't you tell me a little bit about what you do?
Sure. Operation Comix Relief is a nonprofit. We're based out of Massachusetts. We began 10 years ago. We're the nonprofit that sends comic books to our deployed soldiers around the globe.
That's great. Now, is there any particular kind of comic? I mean, do you get support from the comic makers, or is this just independents, or what?
No, the industry itself has been extremely helpful to us. I've had a number of companies that have donated directly to us, and then we get the independent consumer that reads them and wants to move them on and sends them to us. So we get comics from a variety of sources, and just about any time I need them, I can put the word out, and I'll get stuff in without even, really having to struggle to get it. They'll send it to us.
Cool. And what kind of feedback do you get back from the troops?
Unbelievable. Let me tell you, our GIs are extremely generous, both in their time and overall they're extremely generous. I have here today some pictures that they've sent, that they've taken. Most recently, in the past week, I got a flag that was flown in our honor by the Marines over in Afghanistan, and that's here with us. I've been invited to several functions that these soldiers have when they come back. So it's all been positive. Absolutely all been positive.
That's great. It's important to remember what our troops are sacrificing for us while they're over there and what their families are sacrificing. But I want to thank you too, because what you're doing is very important work.
Thank you.
For our troops. So
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, not a problem. Well, back to some of the other interviews now. We are are here at the Rhode Island Comic-Con, and I am standing next to Ox Baker, one of the most feared wrestlers.
Just a second! When you say Ox Baker, I want you to say the fantastic Ox Baker. What a great convention we're having today. Right behind me is this great group called KISS. You know, people today, you're lucky that you came down because, you know, you couldn't be there when your father and mother was born, but you can be here today. You can see Ox Baker. Yes, my cult movie, Escape from New York, the greatest movie of all time. I'm here to see all my fans. You want to say something to me, go right ahead. But don't interrupt me, whatever you... So folks, have a great day. Come to see the KISS group right here. I love them to death. Ox Baker's right here. And today, when you buy one of my 8x10, you can take a picture of Ox Baker. Speak up if you want to. Folks, have a great day, and make sure you don't miss out on Ox Baker and the group called KISS. Thank you, and have a great day.
All right, here's James here at Rhode Island Comic-Con with Shquib TV. They're right here in Cranston. They're a comedy group that does online videos, and they're doing a series here lately. Tell me about your new series.
Well, it's a comedy sci-fi web series, and it started off as an office spoof, but now it's more of an alien invasion. So it's an office, like these little people that work at the office. They weren't really little, but, you know. And then the aliens invaded, and now they have to fight them.
So how many episodes are you planning on?
Well, there's 12 episodes this season, and it comes out every Thursday on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Captains of Comedy. I have the first season here.
Excellent. All right, thank you. And then, so what do you got planned for the next season?
Pirates. That's a secret, though. This is a first look at pirates.
Excellent, pirates. All right, and how long have you been doing your Shquib TV show?
Well, I've been doing it for about 6 years, and then I teamed up with all these folks. And we've been doing it forever now.
Oh. All right, so and then you're in Cranston, you're on YouTube, right? Maybe you can get on public access show channel like us, and we'll be, you know, sharing the airwaves with you.
I'm not as cool as you yet, but I will be soon.
All right, thank you very much. All right, we'll go on to the next. All right, so now we're going to Mark for Toob News. Take it away, Mark.
Thank you, James. All right, Sci-Fi Channel once again has proven that ever since they changed their name from Sci-Fi to SYFY, they really screwed the pooch on what they're doing for
exactly.
shows. Because they've got 7 programs in line that they want to release over 2013, 7 different shows that they've come up with. Some of them look pretty good, some of them might be real stinkers. So we'll go through a few of them over here. The first one's called Ball and Chain, and it's about after months of emotional turmoil, Edgar and Malloy call their relationship quits. As they say their final goodbyes, the ex-lovers are nearly hit by a meteorite that it turns out imbues them with extraordinary powers, but unfortunately, they can only use their powers when they're touching each other.
Wonder Twin powers.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. But it's also a ripoff of Push and Pull, I think was the name of a comic that came out back in the 70s or 80s as well. So that's one of the
Edgar and Mallory.
Edgar and Mallory. Is that the name of it?
Yeah,
all right.
Mallory.
Okay. So we'll see. Oh, Edgar and Mallory was the name of the couple here, but we'll see what happens. So the last thing they want to do is stay together. They'll need to try if they hope to overcome their newly arrived otherworldly force that threatens to destroy them and anyone else who gets in the way. So that's one of them. Another series is called Me and Lee. A guy who's down on his luck 20-something undergoes back surgery only to find that the procedure did not go well. Enter actor Lee Majors, who claims he has the perfect solution. He entices the young man into his ultra high-tech lab and makes him biotic. Now intrinsically bound together, Majors tries helping his new partner get his life back on track.
Now that sounds like fun.
Okay, now is that up or down? I'll give you the first one. Was it up or down?
The first one is sort of, yeah.
All right, Me and Lee, what do you think?
Me and Lee, yeah. Come on, Lee Majors.
The third one's called Orion. It's National Treasure meets Firefly in a swashbuckling space opera about an adventurous female relic hunter and her team as they hunt down and sometimes steal valuable and powerful objects to sell in the black market, all while staying one step ahead of bounty hunters.
Lara Croft in outer space.
Yes, exactly. Or Firefly wannabe. So, I don't know, up or down, we'll see.
Yeah, I think in space, I'll go for it.
And the next one's called Sherwood, a Robin Hood story for the 23rd century. A young man of privilege teams up with his misfit spaceship crew to right the wrongs of his family.
Spaceship crew? So he's
His
out
spaceship crew, yes, 23rd century. So it's Robin Hood in space.
Yeah, so where the hell does the Sherwood Forest come from?
I don't know. Maybe it's on
The
an ark
ship's
or
name is
something.
Sherwood.
Next one's called Legendary, half-hour single-camera series with Kevin Sorbo. Hercules and Andromeda, okay? Plays an exaggerated version of himself, a former syndicated television star. A fan approaches Sorbo to enlist his skills in combating the underworld mythological creatures that threaten to destroy Los Angeles, and an unlikely partnership is formed.
It's only a half-hour show?
It's only, well, no, it's a half-hour single-camera series, yeah. So
it's, well, I mean, he's been making the tour of, you know, for autograph shows and stuff, so he's probably promoting it. But, you know, if it's from the same producers too, Robert Tapert, it could be a lot of fun,
We'll
you know?
see. You know what I mean?
And making fun of himself is great because...
It's good. The next one's called Human Relations. It's The Office meets Men in Black, where an office temp slowly discovers that his off-kilter oddball bosses at the place he works are really aliens trying to destroy the world.
I hate when that happens.
I hate when that happens, okay? The next one called Zeros. When the zombie population of Marshall City overcomes the 30-foot barrier separating the infected from the rest of the city, the Zombie Extermination and Removal Operations Company, otherwise known as Zeros, are called in to keep the peace. When they can't get out of their own way long enough to focus on a case, they are pretty effective in their very unorthodox methods.
Well, more zombies, I suppose.
More zombies, okay?
What are they going to call it Zed in Canada?
Yeah, they might. Who knows? Okay. So those are the series that Sci-Fi has come up with that we might see in 2013. We'll see. Okay, moving on to better stuff. Walking Dead gets season 4.
Yes.
Awesome. That's the good news. The bad news is current showrunner Glenn Mazzara is going to be parting ways with the series after completing work on season 3.
Okay.
Walking Dead returns to AMC in next month, February 10th of 2013. To finish out season 3. DC Nation returns with Green Lantern and Young Justice Invasion on my birthday, January 5th, 2013. And we found out the reason why they put it on hiatus was because they lost the rights to one of the Milestone characters, Static Shock.
Yep.
And because, correct me if I'm wrong, but...
Yeah, you know, there's the rumor is that the suit between Milestone, or not Milestone, but the creator's estate and DC Nation over the use of Static and the characters from Milestone. So, and he was going to be in like the next episode. So that's why they abruptly stopped it. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But it's coming back, so they either worked it out or not. But Static is still in the show, as far as I know. So it's coming.
Yeah, but
he's one of my favorite characters.
He is.
Yeah, he's great.
They canceled his comic and everything because of that.
Well, then that's because maybe the writer that they had working on the new 52 version of him didn't really understand the character very much, so that's why people didn't like it. Whereas if they had someone else, I think, writing it, you know, so
that'd be good.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's back. So Green Lantern animated series, which I enjoy, is good. And then Young Justice Invasion come back, return on January 5th, 2013. And then finally, USA is working on a modern-day versions of Zorro, titled Z. The show takes place in Los Angeles. Details are still being worked on. And Zorro has been around since 1919. That's when the character was first introduced. That's cool. I didn't know that. Doing research for this, I found that out. Pretty cool. So that's all I have this month for Toob News. Let's move on to some more Rhode Island Comic-Con footage. Take a look. We are here with Chuckles.
We are here with Chuckles?
Yeah, you. That's you.
Oh, that's me.
All right. From the Chuckles and Laugh Show, public access, Rhode Island Public Access, tapes out of some dive in Coventry, I think, or something like that.
No, no dive. It's an insane asylum.
Oh, okay. That's different then.
Yeah.
That's much better.
Dive would be a lot more relaxing than the insane asylum.
How long have you been doing this show?
The show right now has been running for 4 years. So We're approaching our 5th.
All right.
However, we just hit a major milestone that is not hit with a lot of cable access shows.
Right.
200 episodes in 4 years.
Wow.
200 episodes, none of them repeated.
So you have no life except for doing this show?
I have no life except for doing this show. That's why I'm going to steal your guys' souls to energize mine.
I like it. Okay.
Yes.
Now, if they've never seen your show before, what can they expect?
Evil clowns.
Right.
Local artists.
Right.
Musicians.
Yep.
Local gory folks like Uncle Fright, Penny Dreadful.
Okay.
And of course, great talent like Keith and Sandra Johnson, and Tom D'Agostino has also been on the show.
Right.
Expect, and I hate to take this from someone, the unexpected on our television show.
I like it. All right.
We do not run with a everyday script.
Right.
No, it's you can't run with a script with a bunch of insane victims.
So whatever happens, happens.
It happens, it happens.
I
Whatever
like
meds the nurse gives us is the meds we get, and that's how we roll the tape.
I like it. Good, good. Now, if you're watching public access, where can they find you on public access stations?
If you are watching public access, and if they're not messing up the show, I'm watching you right now, Rick. Someone said you messed them up. You did. You did. Our normal time spot, Mondays. Here we go. Mondays.
Yep.
10 p.m. Cox 13.
Right.
Verizon 32. If you have Kent County, we are on channel 18.
All right.
And that is on Thursdays, 10:30. And Verizon is channel 31.
Okay.
If you are on Saturdays, we were on at 8 o'clock. That's the most popular time slot because the kiddos can watch it.
Right.
At 8 o'clock, and that's on Cox at 18 as well, and Verizon 31.
All right.
So
now, do you have like a website they can go to?
We do. We do have
Go
a
ahead.
YouTube page right here.
Go ahead.
So just in case you want to catch some episodes that you missed,
right, and you
they're
want
up here.
to.
You do want to catch this stuff.
Because there's like 200 episodes you have to catch.
She's got to catch up to that.
Catching up to do.
We're still catching up on the YouTube station as well. We're starting to flood it.
All right.
Also, I tell the people at home, make sure you have parents' permission because there is rated R footage on the YouTube.
That's good.
I am an evil clown.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I can only get away with so much with public access, and then I play for the rest of the time.
There you go.
So.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Thanks, Chuckles.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Now we're going to walk around and talk to some other.
All right, James again here. I'm with Brian and Joe from Blade Fan Studios. They're right here in Rhode Island. They started off over at CCRI, and now they've got a studio doing comic book art and things like that. Tell me about some of your work you do.
I mostly design characters right here with Joe. We're currently working on several projects. For example, my story 20 Scroll, which is going to be released soon online. I wanted to have a book here, but the hurricane delayed it.
Yeah, that Hurricane Sandy put a damper in everything right around here. How about you? How long have you guys been doing this?
We started Blade Fan Studio since late January of this year. And yeah, because we first found out about Rhode Island Comic-Con since like the 3rd of January, and ever since then we just got together, exchanged ideas, and then started working on 2 different titles. Brian's working on 20 Scroll. He's the creator. I participated as the co-writer, and I'm also doing my own title called Gas Mask Suicide.
Great, Gas Mask Suicide and 20 Scroll from Blade Fan Studio. You know, keep an eye out for them. They're going to be up and coming artists here in Rhode Island. All right, thank you very much. Thank you. Have a good one.
All right, and now it's time for our next favorite segment of the entire show, Anime Daisuki with James Hinsey. Take it away, James.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
So this month, I just want to start off with saying that this is my India Point Ashwinders shirt, my jersey that I got from the India Point Ashwinders. It's a community.
Make sure you pronounce the ash. Okay.
Yep, community Quidditch team. Yep, Ashwinders. A community Quidditch team up. They play over at India Point Park, and they practice over there. And you know, hey, if anyone's interested in playing or hanging out and watching some Quidditch, they'll be having their winter-spring season schedule coming soon. And I got you some swag from the Northeast Regional Quidditch Tournament.
You did?
Yeah. So here's one for you.
Some swag or them some swag?
And
I
here's
like it.
one for you. So you got some lanyards.
The Quidditch tournament.
And there's one for Calvin too.
All right.
When he shows up.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yep. And then you can do whatever you want with the badge part, but.
Can I show up at the next Quidditch match and say I'm staff?
Yeah, or I'll give you the press.
I can
ones.
volunteer. I can do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, so that tournament came out really great. It was 24 teams from all over New England and New York. Boston University beat Emerson in the final game and to be the Northeast champion. And 11 of the top teams qualified to go to the World Cup for the 11 spots there.
Now, where's the World Cup?
It's going to be in Kissimmee, Florida in April.
If you can get there, cool.
And there's package deals if you want to go as a fan and stuff through All About Group Travel, which is the official travel agent for the IQA.
Sweet.
Yep. So, in anime news, I got some anime news. Kenjiro Hata's original manga, Hayate the Combat Butler, is got a new anime season coming, a new anime series. It's an original story for the anime, and the other previous Hayate the Combat Butler series are on Crunchyroll. So from the 2008 and 2009.
Online, Crunchyroll?
Yeah, on Crunchyroll. But they're going to get a new series. And then, and speaking of Crunchyroll, they announced Tuesday that they now have an app for the Xbox 360 console. The Xbox on Xbox Live, you can download it and be able to watch anime series from Crunchyroll.
Microsoft is really working their Xbox 360 into an overall entertainment type system.
Right, and Crunchyroll jumped on that, you know, and has got their shows streaming, and they've got lots of new stuff.
Nice.
Samuel L. Jackson is going to be in a live-action version of an anime called Kite. It's filming in Johannesburg, South Africa. And the director, David Ellis, is the one who also directed Snakes on a Plane.
Snapes on a Plane.
Did I say Snapes on a Plane?
Snapes on a Plane.
All right. Snapes on a Plane is a sort of a internet meme joke, but it is also the name of a team in Australia.
Really?
One of the teams down in New South Wales.
Australia. Didn't they just have a news thing about some school was really infected with snakes? They were like non-poisonous snakes at some school in Australia, and they had to like call in the exterminators. They were pulling them out by the handful. Yeah. It's crazy. And we worry about bugs. Right?
I know. Well, I lived in Hawaii where the cockroaches fly.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
They just like
and they steal children. Okay.
Yeah. So this new film called Kite. It's about a young woman whose father was a police officer who got killed by a bunch of ruthless guys, and she goes out and partners up with her father's partner to try to catch them and find them. All right, and then Toho announced that their live-action version of Science Ninja Team Gatchaman, better known to most in the U.S. as Battle Beyond the Stars, or not Battle Beyond the Stars, Battle
for the Planet.
Battle for the Planets, and
although Battle Beyond the
G-Force.
Stars was a lot of fun too.
Yeah, but that's coming out August 24th this year. And then the new Godzilla film, the American one, is coming in 2014.
So it's the American version of the new Godzilla film with the real Godzilla.
Yeah,
right? The good one.
It'll be the original design more or less.
Okay.
Now,
do they have any stills yet of this?
No, not
Nothing.
yet. Just there was like a poster thing made last year or so, but I mean they're probably going to be shooting it in the spring.
Right.
Right, and then some convention stuff. Arisia's coming up. We're going to Arisia.
Yep.
And I'm going to be involved with MystiCon, which is a New Hampshire Harry Potter one. And so that one's coming up in May, and I'm working on that. And TempleCon is in February. We're going to be there to shoot. And, come join us, and you can watch us actually shoot a live show at TempleCon.
We'll really be alive. Yes, we are real people.
Yeah, and so check out.
Yeah. Well, you've been dead for years, but anyways, okay.
So check out this little promo that we put together. All right, so now we're going to do toys, props, and other
stuff.
You know, maybe you should try out for the opera.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, you know, I would, but I don't think I'd fit in those tight dresses.
That's true, right. Or those bustiers.
No, those I have.
Okay. All right, and since he's not here, you guys are going to have to fill in as I intro this segment.
Yep.
Now it's time for toys, props, and other
stuff.
Oh, that was lame. Oh, my goodness.
You really want me to shout it out? It's not the same.
It's not the same, but come on. We got to do something. Let's try
Fine, we'll do it for
now
Jay.
It's time for toys, props, and other
stuff.
All right, I'll take it. Where we talk about the wonderful world of collectibles.
You're
and
crazy.
Whenever our wonderful camera people are ready.
Oh, well, with my stuff, we have the GameStop version, which I didn't actually know until I actually bought the game. It actually says GameStop version because it's like a couple of exclusive GameStop things. But it's Assassin's Creed 3. Excellent, excellent game.
Good game.
The game on the right is Resident Evil 6.
Is that good?
I haven't gotten to
You
it
haven't
yet.
got to it yet.
But I will. But I'm looking forward to getting to it because I've always liked the Resident Evil series.
Right.
And in the middle, a little teaser for next month, is Escape from New York. One of my favorite all-time movies.
Yep.
A very big-time cult classic. I say this because one of the people in the film, I got to do, I guess you could say it was an interview, but the legendary wrestler Ox Baker.
Yep.
I will say no more. Wait till next month.
Now, is that a movie you think they should remake?
I wouldn't mind seeing a remake, but it won't be anywhere near as good. The original stands on its own.
Okay,
So.
let's see. Whenever they're ready.
The little owl plushie is made by Lauren Fairweather. She's one of the wizard rockers that live here in Rhode Island.
Oh, okay.
And
cool.
She makes these little owl plushies.
I thought it was an adipose from Dr.
I thought it was a ghost.
Yeah.
No, I
But
picked
no,
it up,
it's nice.
Yeah, I picked it up at a concert they did
so
out in Brewster, Massachusetts during the summer.
And if you're having a bad day, you can use it as a stress ball.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's a cute little owl plushie. Big owls are big in Harry Potter. It's also very big in my fraternity. So symbology-wise, anything owl, I'll pick up.
Very good. What else?
We have a Hello Kitty.
Yep, just a little. You screw the head off and you can blow bubbles. It's got a little bubble
You gotta
thing.
rip its head off? Okay.
No, just unscrew it.
Oh, okay.
I just had a bad thought.
What?
They just came out with Angry Birds Star Wars.
I played it, yeah.
Maybe they'll come out with Angry Birds Hello Kitty.
Maybe they will. That'd be cool.
Wouldn't that be something?
Hello Kitty, by the way, did have an election office set up in Washington, D.C.
Yep.
Are you
this year.
serious?
Yeah, so maybe Hello Kitty in 2016.
Big.
Oh, probably better than what we have now.
All right, and
no,
what else
I didn't
we
say
got?
that. We also have the first Richard Hatch penned Battlestar Galactica novel, which is set a few years after the original 1970s version.
Gotcha.
He has 7 novels in this series so far, and he's working on number 8.
Interesting.
So this one is Battlestar Galactica Armageddon. He was nice enough to sign it for me at the Comic-Con.
Very good.
Very nice guy.
All right.
Next to that is a limited edition of Halo 4. They didn't have a super duper special edition this year with like a statue and stuff. But the limited edition includes that Forward Unto Dawn series I had talked about earlier.
Yep.
And there's a bunch of little crazy extras in it, but Halo 4 so far has been absolutely phenomenal. So
nice.
Very nice.
All right. What else? We got some spuds, Mr. Potato Head. Since this is Rhode Island and Hasbro is located in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, we got some spuds for Christmas. We have R2-D2
and
Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime from Transformers. And then we've got Storm Spud Trooper and
Darth Tater.
Darth Tater.
Spud Trooper.
Spud Trooper, yep. Those are a lot of fun.
Yeah,
you can find them in the stores.
Everywhere.
Yeah. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. And then we have Indiana Jones.
That's cool.
As a spud, Mr.
Yeah,
Potato Head.
yeah.
Now, I'm old enough to remember when you had Mr. Potato Head without the potato. All they had was the parts, the box. You had the eyes and the nose and all that stuff, and you had to provide your own real potato or carrot or zucchini or eggplant, and you made it that way.
Just how old are you?
I'm old, I'm telling you. Been around for a long time. So whenever our wonderful camera people are ready, here we go. All right, what's first up for toys, props, and other stuff? That was awful.
That was.
Okay,
is that Day of the Dead?
That's Day of the Dead.
Yes.
Wonderful movie.
Or Dawn of the Dead.
Yep. In the middle is The Road. Oh, what a that's a
I haven't
scary
seen The
movie,
Road
too.
yet, but that.
And then Mad Max. And we show those movies because as we tape, it's December 22nd, which means we survived the Mayan apocalypse of December 21st. We made it.
We made it.
We made it. Congratulations.
There was.
Suck it, Mayans.
Now we gotta go back to work. All right. So we survived the zombie apocalypse. So Adam, our camera person, provided those movies. What else we got?
Over here we have Night of the Comet.
That's a good
Which is
movie,
another.
too.
I love that one.
Yes.
Yep. Comets fly over, meteor shower kind of stuff the night before, and then these two girls wake up. Everybody's gone.
Yes.
Almost everybody.
Almost everybody.
Also in this movie is Robert Beltran, who plays Chakotay from Star Trek Voyager, and some other people, survivors they run into.
Right.
Great film from the 80s, was it even?
In the 80s, yep.
Then next is George Pal's War of the Worlds.
That's the best.
The best War of the Worlds
version.
ever.
Yes.
Even though, there's differences from the book, from H.G. Wells' story, but it's an excellent movie. The effects are just, you can't beat those. And then next to that is Glory Main, a story from the Sim War, written by Henry O'Neill, who's a Rhode Islander here in Rhode Island. He usually writes mystery stories, mystery novels, but he delved into some science fiction here with this military story. A young man who's just being sent off into the war zone. His transportation, something happens to it, and he winds up crash landing on a planet that seems deserted with a military psychologist, a charter or a navigation chartist, and a special forces scout. And they try to survive on this planet and then find themselves caught up sort of in between the Sims and the humans warring.
So good book.
It's a good read, for military sci-fi.
Nice.
We ought to get Mr. O'Neill into the studio.
Yeah, we get him to do an interview.
Very nice. But in the meantime.
Yeah, and I think there's going to be more from that.
Cool. All right. And then last but not least, we have two DC showcase volumes here. We have Adam Strange and we have Aquaman. Those are reprints. They're like 500 comics in each volume. And those are from the beginning of the series. So Adam Strange and Aquaman, both like 1958, 1959, black and white reprints of those comics. If you've always wanted to read the beginnings or the origins of those characters, you can pick those up. I got those at Rhode Island Comic-Con.
Yeah, I love Adam Strange because it's he's a human that gets wind up transported to a distant planet, which is supposed to be Alpha Centauri, I think. Yeah. It's called Ran, and falls in love with a girl and
all that other stuff.
All that kind of stuff.
And the artwork by Gil Kane is incredible.
Yeah, but it's also a sort of a take on John Carter.
Yes.
And so it's got a lot of similarities to that kind of a storyline. So it's really good.
Yep, a lot of fun. Okay, and there's our PEG Award that we won in November from the PEG Awards for Best Edited News Magazine format, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, not Best Edited, Best News Magazine format.
Yeah, and we'll definitely have to submit again for next year because, I think, it helps give us some recognition and stuff like that.
Yep, that's right. Okay, as always, if you want to get in touch with us, our website is www.risfc.org. Please check out our website. We also have a Facebook page. You can visit us on Facebook. We have a YouTube channel if you want to check us out on YouTube for people who don't catch our show on Rhode Island Public Access or in other states or whatever.
Yeah, or if you missed last month's show, it's still there.
Yep, okay. Any shout-outs or anything that we need to bring before we close?
I just want to thank everybody who wished me well for being absent for last month. I was quite under the weather, and it really helped me feel better to know that there were so many people pulling for me.
Well, we're glad that you're back so we can still buzz your chops.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hopefully I'll be around for a long time to come.
Yes, yep, and you will. All right, that's going to be it for this January 2013 edition of Sci-Fi Journal. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next month.
Happy New Year.
Yay.